Good evening, everybody. Not that I can see it's anybody there yet. Says I'm live. Ooh. But I don't see anybody looking in. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? Look. Oh, there are loads of people. Oh, right. 14 people at least. No, 13. That's because I've probably switched one off. Well, good evening, everybody. I was just a bit perturbed earlier on that the streaming wasn't working properly. So, so welcome to Hymns with All Saints in mind today. Oops. Anybody think I was getting old? The way I get on and off this order. Going to start with 810. Come, let us join our cheerful songs with angels around the throne. Can you see there in the picture my Christmas rose? It's really come on a lot in the last few days. It never quite sort of makes it to Christmas, but oops, well, that's not going to do what I wanted to do now. I think the camera probably thinks it can get a better view. 810, Come Let's Join Our Cheerful Songs, hymn by Isaac Watts. And a commentator says here, this hymn is remarkable for two things. First is the superb counterpoint of verse 2, in which the second half of the verse echoes the first. Second half of the verse echoes the first. Worthy the Lamb that died they cry, and the second part of the verse, worthy the Lamb our lips reply. The second is Watts' idea of the various and manifold parts of the created world all becoming one in praise of the Lamb. That's in verses 1 and 4. So I'll tell you something about the tune afterwards, because I think it might put you off. So here we go with 810. teaching based on Revelation chapter 5 verses 11 to 13. I'm going to say about the tune written by Mr. Lahey, or Lahey, yes, Lahey, and it appeared somewhere 100 in the composer's legend, 100 hymn tunes. The tune was set to the present hymn and the second, and so on and so forth and so forth. But you might notice that the second line it's been pointed out somewhat facetiously that the second half of the tune was identical to that of the nursery rhyme Mary, Mary, quite contrary. So something about the garden growing and pretty maids all in a row at the end. And pretty maids all in a row. If my memory serves me correctly, I didn't tell you that beforehand, otherwise I thought it might detract a bit. So then that great hymn, I think it's 814 next, isn't it? Where's my list gone? Yes, 814. For all the saints. All the saints. So feel free to sing in harmony in verses 4, 5 and 6 if you so desire. Now this is a big sing, isn't it? William Walsham Howe wrote the words, and I think it could have gone on for a bit longer actually, but the words were yes, it had 11 stanzas. I think 8's probably enough, don't you? So it had 11 stanzas, and so on and so forth. And you can find the Bible references for so much of it. And the tune Sin Nomine by Ralph Vaughan Williams, Ralph pronounced Rafe apparently. And the title, Sin Nomine, is Latin for without a name. So there you are, learned something new. It's a tune without a name. For all the saints. So here we go. Plenty of air in your lungs because this goes on for a little while. hymn. Indeed. For all the saints from their labours rest. And we thought a bit about saints this morning at chapel, and I thought of those that we've lost. In particular, it would have been Steve Gale's birthday today, 31st of October, and we lost Stephen back in 2018 after a fight with an illness which he successfully fought and won, and then sadly was taken by something else, a sort of cold type thing, which was rather sad to say the least. He was a cracking good bandsman, played the cornet, and was a star at our Christmas carol services, and used to come along and play, and along with the ensembles that we've done over the years at church. A lovely chap. And so we thought about him this morning, and we marked his birthday. We had a set of stands presented by his wife, a widow, in memory of Stephen. We dedicated those this morning during the service. For those of you that were watching this morning, we actually, because Mark was away today, we recorded a dedication last week, and those stands, every time we use them, Stephen's little tag on to say that Stephen Gale bandsman on them. So for those that have gone before us, and no doubt we've all got those names and people we think of who've been a great example one way or another in the life of the church. And next hymn, once again by Isaac Watts, give me the wings of faith to rise within the veil and see the saints above, how great their joys, how bright their glories be. Last year when we did this, I played it to the San Rocco tune. This year I'm going to play it to Mylon, which was the tune I think that probably may have been the sort of popular tune before. So give me the wings of faith to rise. great words by Isaac Watts. The tune Mylon, which I don't know very much about, but it is apparently a German melody, I would think, with a name by Naumann. And then I'm going to request from Margaret, all the way up there in Yorkshire, and this has become one of my favourite hymns in the new book. 337 in Singing the Faith. There is a higher throne. We came across this in an RSCM publication with the choir, and I know we liked it, and we sang it as an introit, I think, when we went back to church. And then I discovered, in actual fact, it's printed in the book. I didn't discover that until later on. Exactly the same arrangement by Paul Leddington Wright. And this is the words and music are by Keith and Kristen Getty, and they are, I think I'm right in saying that they have published more worship songs than just about anybody else, or written more perhaps than anybody else. But if I got that wrong, then please forgive me. There is a higher throne is the next hymn, and like I say, it's become very popular at TMC, or at least become popular with the choir. And if it's new to you, then I'm sure you will enjoy it. I'll play it the whole way through, I think, and then that gives you a chance to really get to grips with the tune and the words. There is a higher throne. That's rather lovely. There is a higher throne, so it does take the theme of saints today. So on to our penultimate hymn. I have had another request for a hymn which I didn't get organised with, to the tune Dowson. Oh, I've forgotten now. Oh dear, Mike Trevorrow. Mike, I haven't forgotten your request. I didn't get organised with it, I'm afraid. Funny old sort of week. I don't know if any of you have had sort of funny sorts of weeks. Define funny. When things don't quite go according to plan or something crops up. But I will include it. Dawson Castle? Something Castle, I think. Anyway, I will sort that out for you. I haven't forgotten, but I didn't get it organised. 822, there is a land of pure delight where saints immortal reign. I thought it was quite interesting actually to compare the words of that 337 with this. I don't know if that's a thing to do or not, but how the language has changed. Timorous mortals. We don't use the word timorous much these days, do we? Unbeclouded eyes. I haven't used unbeclouded for a day or two. Never withering flowers. So some lovely English here. I'm going to play it to the tune Beulah by Garrett, the second of the two tunes. So here we go. And so to our last hymn, 817. Glorious things of thee are spoken. I'd like to wish all those people who had a birthday today a very happy birthday. I shall play a quick happy birthday for all those people having birthdays today, and perhaps for the month of October. When I say a quick happy birthday, I will play happy birthday at the normal speed. Thinking of dear Stephen, and I'm going to play at the end. This morning I played the trumpet voluntary at Truro Methodist, thinking of Stephen, who played the cornet, and he played the trumpet as well actually, so he would have played that piece, so I did play that this morning. And I'm going to play the trumpet tune to conclude with this evening. I did think about playing something else, but I'll do that. Anyway, our last hymn, Glorious Things of Thee Are Spoken. We've got a choice of tunes here. I'm going to go for the second tune. As an actual point of fact, it was written for these words. Words by John Newton. And the tune, Abbots Lee. That's the one. There we go. Yep, tune composed by Cyril Taylor for the present words. There is a descant version over the page, which was written for a come and sing session in Westminster Abbey in 1981. Never used that actually, but there are some jolly fine descants to be found. Coming up towards Christmas, of course. Don't mention it, but I suppose I can. We'll have a few descants. Choir did us proud at TMC this morning in the last verse of O Lord my God, how great thou art, when they soared up to a nice high note. And interestingly, they don't know this morning, I'm sort of restrained. I don't think they think I'm restrained playing the organ, and not to give it too much, because we're not quite so many people there, and I don't like to sort of obliterate them, but I did use a bit more this morning. They went with it, so we'll see what next week brings. So Truro Methodist this morning with its fine Brindley and Foster organ, and then this afternoon I went to Evensong at the Cathedral with its very fine Willis in the capable hands of the Director of Music Christopher Gray and assistant Andrew Wyatt. And I went and turned the pages today for Andrew, and he was playing the anthem, which Chris conducted. Chris played the organ whilst Andrew conducted the canticles, so they did a swap and swap about. I just turned the pages and to sit and watch two very fine players on that wonderful organ in the cathedral. There we go. So Father Willis in the cathedral, and the Hereford instrument I'm playing tonight was a Willis. Lots of it is Willis. Still Willis was there originally, and bits from the organ before, and then Willis, and then Harrison, and Harrison have added bits, and it's a very fine instrument. So anyway, so Abbots Lee, Glorious Things of Thee Are Spoken, words by John Newton, tune by Cyril Taylor. So to conclude this evening, the trumpet tune in D by Purcell. This is arranged by, I think, by C.H. Trevor. So C.H. Trevor, who I think may have taught Henry Doughty at one stage. I don't know if I can ever be able to find that out now. Henry Doughty was my organ teacher for so many years. So for those of you that sort of want the sort of technical bits, I'll start out on the solo tromba, which is a trumpet type stop, and I'll see if I can contrast it with the tuba at some stage. We'll see. Here we go. Should make some apologies to C.H. Trevor, and that what I played the first time through was C.H. Trevor, well, nearly. I did smudge some notes, sorry about that, and then the second time through was sort of a la Davey. So there we are. It's a jolly tune, isn't it? So I'll bid you all good night. Keep your requests coming in, and I haven't forgotten Mike about your request, and thank you to Margaret for 337. We're still exploring singing the faith, and I'll gradually introduce some more as time goes along. I suppose our next event will be sort of remembrance will be the next thing, won't it? We've done the Harvest, we've done All Saints or All Hallows or whatever this All Saints today, and it will be Remembrance next. Anyway, good night and God bless. Stay safe, keep well. Bye for now.